welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva. Well, I think most of us right now are on lockdown or we're quarantined from this evil virus that has invaded us. Oh, I just can't believe it. But I thought, I would come to you today and make something that I thought was pretty appropriate for this time. And this is a recipe that goes way back to the pioneer days. That's right. I think for those of you that ever watched the show Little House on the Prairie, I think you'll see that Laura Engel made this. Maybe it was in one of her books. I'm not sure. But it's a perfect pie. That's what I'm making, a pie. It's a perfect pie to make when you don't have a lot of supplies in the house. And I thought for some of us, we don't, want to go out to the food stores. We're a little afraid. I know for me, I've checked every food store in our area to see if we could either do curbside pickup or we could get delivery, and no, nada. There's usually at least a 3 to 4 week waiting period. Well, you could starve by that time, right? So this recipe is going to contain, I think, pantry ingredients that you all have in your home. So if you get in that mood for a sweet treat and there's maybe nothing in the house, you can throw this thing together just like the pioneer women did in the olden days, and you can make yourself a nice pie. So what do you say we get started? Let's get started. So this is called a vinegar pie. Now there's more things in it other than vinegar, but that's the name of it, a vinegar pie. Some people made these pies during the Depression era. So we're gonna make one today. So the first thing you're gonna do is preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Then you're gonna have to either make or buy a pie shell. Now, I purchased the ready-made pie shells, and I put one in my pie plate. You might say, but Diva, you said that it would be stuff we would have in our pantry if we couldn't get out to the store. Well, that's true. So you can buy a pie crust or you can make your own. And I'll even put the recipe, a simple recipe for a pie crust, below this recipe. If you've got flour, you've got butter or shortening, you can whip up your own pie crust in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. But anyway, I purchased mine and I have it here in my pie plate. So let me put that aside. Next, you're gonna need a bowl. And this pie, some people say it tastes like a chess pie, but I don't think it tastes like a chess pie. And I don't know. Sometimes I think it has, you can almost detect a little lemon flavor in it, even though there's not lemon in it. But I'm gonna make it and then we'll do a taste testing at the end and we'll decide. So in this bowl, we wanna put 4 eggs. And most people have eggs in their home. So we're gonna put the 4 eggs in there. Next, we're gonna put in 2 tablespoons. Now, I like to use apple cider vinegar. I think it tastes best with that. If you don't have apple cider vinegar, you can use white vinegar in this. So most of you have vinegar in your home. So let's put 2 tablespoons of that in. 1, 2. I hope you are all staying indoors and staying safe. It's been 3.5 weeks now that I've been indoors and I'm going cuckoo. But they say that when you're on lockdown, try to get up, get dressed, put a little makeup on, have your breakfast, and do things that make you happy so you have some type of normalcy to your life. So I'm baking because I love to do my YouTube videos and, well, they make me happy. So that's what I'm doing. So we put the eggs in and the apple cider vinegar. Now we're going to put in 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. So let's get that in there. And I will, like I always do, I'll put the recipe down below in the description box for you. Next, we need 1 stick of unsalted butter. So let me get that. So next we need 1 stick of unsalted butter melted. So I have that here. Let me put that in. So far you have butter in your house, you have sugar, eggs, vinegar. Next we're going to put in a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Okay. And you can use a hand mixer if you want. I'm going to use my spatula. And I'm going to mix this all up until it's all combined and it starts to thicken. So here I go. And basically, this is all that's to it. Once I get this all mixed up and it's nice and thick, I'm going to pour it into my pie plate. And then I'm going to put it in the oven, my 425 degree oven, for about 25 minutes. Because you want the center of the pie to be set. And then once we take this out of the oven, we're going to let it cool. You need to have this pie cool before you cut it. And you can serve it plain. You can serve it with vanilla ice cream. Put a little squirt of whipped cream on it. But the idea is that you're making this vinegar pie with everything you have in your pantry. All the ingredients you already have in your home. So think how easy that is. Oh, I'm in the mood for something sweet. Maybe a little piece of pie. Oh, I know. I have those ingredients in my house, so let me go make something. And I believe the apple cider vinegar cuts down on the sweetness in here. So I'm just going to keep beating this for just a few more seconds until I think it's thick enough. And then it's going into my pie shell in the oven for the 25 minutes. I'm taking it out, I'm cooling it, and don't you go away, because then we're going to have a taste testing. Alrighty, I'm back. Well, I took the pie out of the oven. It baked for exactly 25 minutes. I used a deep dish pie plate because my other 2 pie plates are at my son's house. But you don't need to use a deep dish pie plate for this. You're supposed to cut it when it's cold. It's not 100% cold, but you know, I wanted to end the video and give it a taste, so I'm going to cut it now. I don't want you to be afraid when you heard the name was Vinegar Pie. This recipe is probably over 200 years old. It dates way back, and the premise was people used what they had. That's basically it. Whatever they had in their pantry, they used. And it's like a custard type of a pie. So anyway, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to cut this baby and see what it tastes like. So here we go. I don't know if it's cold enough, but we'll see. Okay. Now I just put a little cinnamon in here and vanilla. Some people will put in here a little nutmeg. Some people like to use brown sugar instead of the white sugar. So that's up to you. Oh, look how nice that is. Oh, yummy in the tummy. Let me hold that up. Look at that piece of pie. That looks delicious. Smells delicious too. So now I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a taste testing. You see what you can do with just a few ingredients that you have in your house? So let's see what this tastes like. It's definitely a custard pie. Delicious. It really is delicious. It's sweet, not overly sweet. You don't taste any vinegar at all. If I didn't tell you this was called a vinegar pie, you would never even know. Oh, this is good. Mmm. 2 thumbs up. It's not cold. I'm still eating it a little bit warm. And you can squirt a little whipped cream on the top, or you can put a little vanilla ice cream. So now you don't have an excuse. If you want to have a sweet treat, you don't have anything in the house, just whip out these few ingredients that I'm sure you have in your pantry, and you can make this vinegar pie. So, if you want to see more of these recipes I have, and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go down below and hit that red subscribe and the little bell next to it till it says all, and you'll get a notification when I have a new video up. So, I'm going to go in the fridge and get some whipped cream to put on this and finish it and give the cameraman a piece. So, everyone, in case I don't see you, have a wonderful, happy, blessed, and safe Easter. And I'll be back. See you soon. Toodles! And don't be afraid. Don't be scared when I told you it was a vanilla. So don't, I'm gonna edit it out. And I don't want you to be afraid when you hear the, blah, blah, blah.